Hi there, in this video I'm going to show you something very interesting. I'm going to show you on how to build AI agents which can give you hierarchical visualizations. Now hierarchical visualizations are very efficient way to visualize data. They give you a lot of insights and they can pack a lot of data into one single visualization. So for example, this is an hierarchical visualization and you can see here that the data is organized in a hierarchical fashion. You see here the different brand name of the car and then you have the different types within this particular brand name. Another way to visualize hierarchical data is using a tree map. So for example, here you can see boxes. Larger size means more data points you have. So for example, you can see that most of the cars in this data set corresponds to Toyota and hatchback, and you can also see the different values corresponding to different brand name of the car. Now another interesting way to visualize hierarchical data is using the Sankey chart. It is beautiful looking chart and it gives a lot of information. So for example, here you have two levels of hierarchy. The first is the brand name and second is the type of the car. So for example, here you can see that Toyota has got hatchback, plus it has got wagon, as well as it has got hardtop, as well as it has got sedan types of car. So this is all nice looking visualizations, packs a lot of information. And now let me show you on how to build an agent which is going to help you give all these visualizations. Now I'll be using my platform called as datajarvis.ai to build this agent, and you can also try it out. It is free to get started. So let me first start by logging in. Once you are logged in, you will see different agents. So let us start by creating a new agent. Now agent has got two parts. First is a large language model and then it has got some tools. So you can think of a large language model as the brain and tools as the hands. So the brain is going to think and the tools is going to act. So the brain, which is a large language model, is going to understand your request, and then the tools is going to actually make the data visualization, the hierarchical visualization. Now we need to assign a large language model, and here I'm going to assign a large language model called as Data Jarvis Free. And you can see what this large language model is in the model hub. So for example, here you can see that Data Jarvis Free corresponds to the Claude HiQ 4.5 model. Now, from a tool point of view, let us use all these different visualizations which are available. So visualization hierarchy, Sankey and Treemap, which is going to make all these visualizations for us. Now, let us start prompting this agent, but before that let me show you the data what we are going to work with. So the data we are going to work with corresponds to the data which is related to vehicles. So this data set has got various brand name of the car, different characteristic of the car, as well as it has got information related to the technical characteristic plus the price of the car. So what we can do is we can try to make an hierarchy which has got the make of the car, the fuel type, and then the price of the car. So let me go back to the agent and start prompting this agent, and we can make a prompt such as, so the prompt is use the data set cars underscore data, make an hierarchical visualization with make, with body type, and the average of the price. So let us see on what this agent is going to do. So here it is going to execute this tool, which is hierarchical visualization, and then here it has passed the data set. It has also identified the columns which are required, and then because we have specified that we would like to see the average of the price, it has also passed this aggregation as average. Now you can see that the column body type is not there, so it is going to now change the body type to body style. This is also an advantage of the agent, that it can auto correct itself. So now it has created this hierarchical visualization, and we can see here that it has got all the data organized in a hierarchical fashion. So for example, here you can see that the top is the make, which is Alfa Romeo in this case, and then you have also the average price of a convertible Alfa Romeo and an average price of the hatchback. Plus you also see here the number of cars within each of this category. So this is a very nice way to look at the data. It can pack a lot of information in a very nice way, in a very compactable way. Now let us also ask the agent now to produce the second kind of visualization, which is the tree map. So once again, I'm going to give the prompt, which is similar to the previous one, but this time I'm going to ask to make a tree map. I will just ask that make a tree map now. I do not need to specify the data set, neither the columns, because we have already specified this earlier and the agent remembers this in the memory, and it is going to use the same information related to the data set as well as the name of the columns to make this visualization. So as you can see that it has identified the data set as previously, as well as the columns, as well as the aggregation. So I'm going to now approve and resume this functioning. And our tree map is made. So let us look at how it looks like. And here you can see a nice looking tree map, which has got this tiles, and the size of the tile corresponds to the number of cars which are available. So we can see that Toyota hatchback has got most of the cars. You can see there are 14 cars which are under Toyota hatchback, and you can also see the average price of Toyota hatchback is 9,616. So this is a very nice way to look at the data, and you also see the scale over here. So if it is dark blue, the price is less. If it is yellow, the price is high. So for example, we can see that highest average price corresponds to the Mercedes sedan. So this is a very nice way to get visualization, as well as it's also a nice way to understand your data. And now let us go with the third visualization, which is the Sankey chart. So once again, I'm going to say to the agent that now make a Sankey. And once again, I'm not specifying the data set, neither I'm going specifying any columns. It is going to understand the data set and the columns from the previous prompts which were made. So it is going to this tool, which is visualization Sankey. So let us approve it. And it has come out with Sankey. So let us look at it. So here you see a nice looking Sankey, which is really good to look at. Plus when you hover over it, you also see the information. So information corresponds to all the previous visualization. You can see that there were 14 cars under Toyota hatchback, which you can also see it over here. And this chart is specifically interesting because you can hover over each of these and get visual information directly on the number of cars which are available for each of the hierarchical level. And as you can see that these hierarchical visualizations are very nice way to get insights, and I would recommend that you can also try it out. Go to the platform datajarvis.ai, upload some data and try out all these nice looking hierarchical visualizations to see on what kind of insights can you get from your data. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel as well as liking the video, and see you soon in another exciting video where I will show you on how to build another exciting agent. Thank you for watching. Bye.